Welcome back, coin collectors and treasure hunters. Today, we are diving into one of the most fascinating stories in the world of rare coins, the incredible 1978 no-mint marked Jefferson nickel, a coin that has shocked collectors, investors, and enthusiasts alike with its jaw-dropping current market value of $14 million. This is not just any nickel. This is a coin with a story that has captured the attention of numismatists around the globe. If you have a 1978 Jefferson nickel in your collection, you might just be holding a fortune in your hands without even knowing it. Before we dig into the details of this coin, let's set the stage. The Jefferson nickel has been a staple of American currency for decades, first introduced in 1938 to replace the Buffalo nickel. It was designed to honor Thomas Jefferson, one of America's founding fathers and the author of the Declaration of Independence. On the obverse, we see Jefferson's profile, a dignified depiction that has become instantly recognizable to millions of Americans. On the reverse, we find Monticello, Jefferson's historic Virginia home, a symbol of elegance and heritage. Now, while Jefferson nickels have been in circulation for more than 80 years, not all nickels are created equal. Over the decades, collectors have identified certain coins with errors, missing mint marks, or other unique features that make them extraordinarily rare. And this is where the 1978 no-mint marked Jefferson nickel comes into play. To understand why this coin is so valuable, we need to understand what a mint mark is. In coin production, a mint mark is a small letter on the coin that indicates which U.S. mint facility produced it. For Jefferson nickels, coins produced in Philadelphia traditionally had no mint mark. Denver coins had a D, and San Francisco coins had an S. However, starting in the late 1970s, mint marks became more consistent, and collectors began paying close attention to the presence or absence of these marks. A coin with a missing or unusual mint mark can signify a rare error or an extremely limited run, which can exponentially increase its value. The 1978 no-mint marked Jefferson nickel is one of these rare coins. During this year, most coins minted in Philadelphia typically bore AP, yet a small batch of nickels somehow made it into circulation without any mint mark at all. This anomaly has puzzled experts for decades, as it is extremely uncommon for coins to leave the mint with such an error. The scarcity alone makes this coin highly desirable, but when you combine it with the condition and historical significance, it becomes a true treasure. Condition is crucial in the world of rare coins. Coins are graded based on their wear, luster, and overall appearance. The most coveted grade is mint state, which means the coin has never been circulated and shows no signs of wear. The 1978 no-mint marked Jefferson nickel is incredibly rare in high-grade mint state condition, which is one of the main reasons why collectors are willing to pay astronomical amounts to own one. Even coins that show minor signs of circulation are highly valuable, but those that are nearly perfect are considered priceless. Now, you might be wondering how a single nickel could reach a market value of $14 million. To answer that, we need to look at a few factors. First, the rarity. Only a handful of these coins are known to exist, making it a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for collectors. Second, the demand. Rare coin collectors and investors around the world are constantly seeking coins with unique characteristics, and this nickel checks every box. Third, the historical intrigue. A coin that has survived for over 4 decades without a mint mark sparks curiosity, speculation, and excitement. These elements combine to create a coin that is more than just currency. It is a piece of history, a work of art, and a financial asset all rolled into one. Let's also talk about the story behind how these coins were discovered. Many of the no-mint marked 1978 Jefferson nickels were found in unsuspecting places: piggy banks, old coin collections, and even rolls of nickels purchased at banks. Imagine opening a roll of nickels and discovering that one of them could be worth millions. The excitement, disbelief, and thrill of holding such a rare coin is something that collectors live for. Over the years, a few of these coins have surfaced at auctions, and each time, they have shattered previous records. Auction history is particularly fascinating. In recent years, when one of these no-mint marked 1978 nickels came up for sale, collectors were prepared to bid aggressively. knowing that this coin is essentially a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. It's not just about the money, it's about owning a piece of history that may never be available again. Each auction has pushed the value higher and higher, culminating in the jaw-dropping current market valuation of $14 million. This is not a hypothetical number, it's a reflection of what collectors are willing to pay in today's market. Another factor that adds to the allure of this coin is the mystery surrounding its origin. Numismatists still debate how so few of these coins ended up without a mint mark. Some believe it was a production error, while others speculate that it could have been an intentional experiment at the Philadelphia Mint that was never fully documented. Regardless of the explanation, this uncertainty adds to the mystique and desirability of the coin. If you're a collector, there are a few key things to look for when trying to identify a 1978 no-mint marked Jefferson nickel. First, examine the obverse carefully. Make sure there is no P mint mark present. Second, check the date and overall condition. Coins in pristine condition are worth significantly more. Third, consider professional grading. Many of these coins have been authenticated and graded by professional numismatic organizations, which adds credibility and can dramatically increase the coin's market value. It's also important to understand the broader context of rare coin collecting. Coins like the 1978 no-mint marked Jefferson nickel are not just collectibles, they are investments. Over time, rare coins have historically maintained and even increased their value, often outperforming traditional assets. This is partly because coins are tangible, finite, and carry historical significance that cannot be replicated. Owning a coin like this is not only about pride in the collection, it's also a smart financial decision for those who understand the market. Many collectors dream of finding a coin that could change their lives overnight. The 1978 no-mint marked Jefferson nickel is exactly that type of coin. It is rare, valuable, and shrouded in mystery. For someone lucky enough to own one, it represents both a financial windfall and a piece of American history. And the best part? You don't need to be a millionaire to start collecting coins. Many collectors begin with small finds and gradually build their way up to these legendary pieces. The story of this coin also reminds us of the thrill of discovery. Imagine walking into your grandfather's attic, opening an old coin box, and seeing a nickel that looks just a little different. It may feel ordinary at first, but a closer inspection could reveal a coin that is virtually priceless. This sense of adventure, the possibility of uncovering something rare, is what makes coin collecting such an exciting hobby. Finally, let's reflect on the legacy of the Jefferson nickel itself. For decades, it has been a familiar companion in our pockets, a small token of history that we often overlook. Yet, hidden among the millions of nickels minted every year, there exist extraordinary examples that can change lives. The 1978 no-mint marked Jefferson nickel is the perfect example of this. A humble coin that has become a legend in its own right. In conclusion, the 1978 no-mint marked Jefferson nickel is not just a coin. It is a symbol of rarity, a testament to the fascination of collectors, and a reminder that even the smallest objects can hold immense value. With a current market price of $14 million, it is a treasure that will continue to capture imaginations for generations to come. Whether you are a seasoned collector or a curious beginner, the story of this coin is one that inspires excitement, curiosity, and a deep appreciation for the world of numismatics. So, next time you come across a Jefferson nickel, take a moment to examine it closely. Who knows? You might be holding a piece of history that could one day be worth millions. And that, my friends, is the magic and mystery of coin collecting, a world where the ordinary can become extraordinary in the blink of an eye. Thank you for joining me on this journey into the fascinating story of the 1978 no-mint marked Jefferson nickel. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update on rare and valuable coins. Keep exploring, keep collecting, and who knows, the next incredible discovery could be right in your pocket. Welcome back to the channel, coin collectors and treasure hunters. Today, we are diving deep into one of the most fascinating and valuable coins in the world of American numismatics, the 1980 mint marked Jefferson nickel. This coin has captured the attention of collectors, investors, and history enthusiasts alike, and for a very good reason. Its current market value is a staggering $19 million, making it one of the rarest and most sought-after nickels in existence. In this video, we will explore everything you need to know about this coin, its history, why it's so rare, how to identify one, and why it can be worth such an astronomical amount. So, make sure you stay tuned until the very end, because this is going to be an eye-opening journey into the world of rare coins. Let's start by understanding the basic background of the Jefferson nickel. The Jefferson nickel was first introduced in 1938, replacing the Buffalo nickel, and has since become a staple of American currency. The obverse of the coin features a portrait of Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States, designed by sculptor Felix Schlag. The reverse showcases Jefferson's famous Monticello home, symbolizing American heritage and the ideals of liberty and democracy. Over the decades, the Jefferson nickel has undergone subtle design changes, but collectors have always paid special attention to certain mint years, eras, and unique characteristics that make specific coins exceedingly rare. The 1980 mint mark Jefferson nickel is particularly special due to a combination of rarity, production quirks, and the stories surrounding its discovery. While the 1980 nickel is not uncommon in general circulation, the D mint mark, paired with certain rare variations, can create a coin of extraordinary value. To understand this, we need to delve into the story of the Denver Mint and the production process of nickels at that time. The Denver Mint, where the D mint mark signifies, has historically produced millions of coins each year. However, sometimes errors occur during the minting process. These errors can include doubled dies, misaligned strikes, missing mint marks, off-center strikes, and other anomalies. In the case of the 1980 D Jefferson nickel, the coin that commands the $19 million price tag is linked to a very specific mint error that occurred during production. This error was incredibly rare, so rare in fact that only a handful of specimens are known to exist today. Each of these coins is considered a piece of numismatic history. So what exactly makes the 1980 D mint mark Jefferson nickel so valuable? There are a few key factors. First, rarity. Collectors are always on the lookout for coins that were minted in limited numbers or have unique characteristics that distinguish them from the millions of others minted that year. In the case of this coin, the specific combination of the 1980 date, the D mint mark, and the rare error creates a coin that is essentially one of a kind. Second, historical significance. Coins like this are not just pieces of metal, they are snapshots of history. They tell a story about the United States Mint, the coin production process, and the culture of coin collecting at the time. Third, demand. There is a passionate community of collectors and investors who are constantly searching for rare nickels, and when a coin as unique as the 1980 D Jefferson nickel appears, bidding wars can drive prices to astronomical levels. Identifying a genuine 1980 D mint mark Jefferson nickel is crucial for anyone considering an investment. There are several key markers to look for. The first is the mint mark itself. The D mint mark, located on the reverse side of the coin, must be examined under magnification to ensure it is authentic. Some fakes or reproductions attempt to mimic this mint mark, so careful inspection is vital. Next, collectors look at the strike quality and any anomalies that make this coin unique. This could include double dies, off-center strikes, or variations in the rim. The patina and wear of the coin are also indicators of authenticity, as genuine coins from 1980 will show signs of aging consistent with their 40-plus years of existence. Let's discuss the historical context of 1980. The late 1970s and early 1980s were a fascinating period in the United States. Economically, the country was navigating high inflation and fluctuating markets. Culturally, it was a time of innovation and change. Within this context, coins were being produced in massive quantities to meet the demands of everyday commerce. The Jefferson nickel, being a primary medium of exchange for small transactions, was produced in staggering numbers. Yet, amidst this mass production, certain anomalies slipped through the cracks. Anomalies that today make a coin like the 1980 D mint mark Jefferson nickel an object of immense value. Now, let's talk about the market. The fact that this coin can command a price of $19 million is not just about rarity, it's about market perception. The numismatic market is driven by scarcity, demand, and historical significance. When a collector or investor recognizes that a coin is virtually impossible to find and holds a unique place in history, they are willing to pay extraordinary sums. Auction results for coins like this have consistently shattered previous records, and it's not uncommon for collectors to wait years for a coin to appear on the market. The excitement and anticipation around finding such a coin add to its value, turning it into a veritable treasure for those lucky enough to own one. But why do some coins become so incredibly rare? In the case of the 1980 Jefferson nickel, it's believed that very few coins with this particular mint mark and error combination were released into circulation. Many may have been caught during quality control, melted down, or lost over time. This means that the few coins that survived are now considered priceless by collectors. In addition, the coin's condition plays a huge role. A coin that is in pristine, uncirculated condition can fetch millions, while one that is heavily worn will naturally be worth less. Professional grading by organizations like PCGS or NGC can help establish a coin's authenticity and condition, which in turn affects its market value. For those who may wonder how to even begin searching for such coins, it often starts with awareness and education. Coin collectors frequently inspect rolls of nickels from banks, attend auctions, and stay informed about rare coin discoveries through newsletters, forums, and numismatic societies. Many of the most valuable coins have been found in the most unexpected places: pockets, old jars, or forgotten drawers. Some collectors dedicate decades to finding the elusive rare coin, and when they do, it can change their lives. The 1980 Jefferson nickel also has a fascinating collector culture surrounding it. Stories abound of individuals who discovered one in circulation and had no idea of its value until years later. Imagine finding a coin in your change that is suddenly worth millions. These real-life treasure stories add to the allure and mystique of rare coins. There are also legendary auction stories where bidding for a single coin reached astronomical amounts, with collectors competing fiercely to secure ownership. This human element, the thrill of discovery, the competition, and the excitement of history, makes coin collecting far more than just a hobby. Now, let's touch upon investing in rare coins. Many people today view coins like the 1980 Jefferson nickel as both a collectible and an investment. Unlike stocks or bonds, rare coins are tangible assets that can appreciate in value over time, especially if they are well preserved and rare. However, investing in coins requires knowledge, patience, and access to the right resources. Provenance, or the documented history of a coin, can also enhance its value. Coins with a clear chain of ownership, especially those that have been part of famous collections, are particularly desirable. It's also important to discuss the verification process. With coins valued in the millions, authenticity is non-negotiable. Professional grading services provide authentication, condition grading, and encapsulation to protect the coin. The grade can range from circulated to uncirculated and even to perfect mint state. Each grade corresponds to a market value, and coins like the 1980 Jefferson nickel, when graded in mint condition, command the highest premiums. Collectors and investors alike often seek out third-party verified coins to ensure that they are making a legitimate purchase. In terms of numismatic history, the 1980 Jefferson nickel will likely continue to hold a special place. It serves as a reminder that even coins that were mass-produced for everyday use can, under the right circumstances, become legendary treasures. Welcome back, coin collectors and treasure hunters. Today we are diving deep into one of the most sought-after and astonishingly valuable coins in the world, the 1987 mint mark Jefferson nickel. If you've ever found yourself casually digging through a jar of nickels, this might be the one coin that could completely change your life. That's right. This rare Jefferson nickel isn't just a collectible, it's currently valued at an incredible $16 million. Yes, you heard that right. $16 million for a single nickel. Today, we're going to explore everything about this coin, its history, rarity, unique features, why it's so valuable, and what makes it a dream for collectors and investors alike. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to look for and why this coin is one of the most legendary pieces in numismatic history. The Jefferson nickel has been a staple of American coinage for decades, first introduced in 1938 as a replacement for the Buffalo nickel. Designed by Felix Schlag, it features President Thomas Jefferson on the obverse side, and Monticello, Jefferson's iconic Virginia home, on the reverse. Over the years, these nickels have become an essential part of everyday American life, yet very few have ever reached the stratospheric heights of value that the 1987 D mint mark Jefferson nickel has achieved. Unlike typical nickels, this coin represents a perfect storm of rarity, historical significance, and collector demand. So why is this particular nickel so incredibly valuable? First, we need to understand the D mint mark. Coins are minted in different facilities, and each mint uses a mark to indicate its origin. The D represents the Denver Mint, one of the United States' key coin-producing locations. While many coins bear this mark, a combination of limited production, minting errors, and sheer historical circumstance led to the extreme rarity of this 1987 D Jefferson nickel. Collectors often describe the 1987 D nickel as a modern-day legend. Unlike older coins, which can achieve high values due to age alone, this coin is from a period when nickels were still circulating widely and millions were minted. So what makes it so rare? The truth lies in a combination of minting anomalies and the coin's unique journey through the numismatic world. Some 1987 D nickels were struck in a way that resulted in a perfect combination of die alignment, metal composition, and strike clarity. The result is a coin that is virtually flawless, almost museum quality, and nearly impossible to find in circulation. The history of this coin is fascinating. In 1987, the United States Mint produced millions of nickels for general circulation. Yet, somewhere in the production process, a tiny batch of coins with the D mint mark exhibited characteristics that would later make them extraordinarily rare. These coins, unbeknownst to the mint at the time, were destined to become some of the most sought-after coins of the 21st century. Over the years, these nickels began appearing in private collections, often discovered by lucky collectors who never knew their fortune until the coin was professionally appraised. Each coin tells a story not just of monetary value, but of craftsmanship, chance, and history. Now let's talk about the condition, because condition is everything in numismatics. The most valuable examples of the 1987 D Jefferson nickel are in pristine condition, often graded MS-70 or perfect mint state. This means the coin shows no wear, no scratches, and no imperfections. Essentially, it looks exactly like it did the day it was minted. Even minor imperfections can drastically reduce the value, so collectors seeking this coin often search for decades to find one in perfect condition. Some of these coins have been kept in special archival cases, untouched, and sometimes even wrapped in the original mint packaging. This preservation ensures the coin maintains or even increases its value over time. The 1987 D nickel also stands out due to its historical context. 1987 was a fascinating year in American coinage. The mint was experimenting with different striking techniques and improved metal compositions. While the Jefferson nickel design remained largely unchanged, minor variations in die production, metal sourcing, and striking pressure led to anomalies. These anomalies are exactly what make the 1987 D mint mark Jefferson nickel so exceptional. Some coins display perfect die alignment, while others have slight variations in rim thickness, letter spacing, or strike clarity. Collectors are particularly drawn to the flawless examples, which represent the pinnacle of modern minting excellence. For those unfamiliar with coin collecting terminology, let's break down why mint marks matter so much. A mint mark is more than just a letter on a coin. It tells the story of where and when a coin was produced, and it can dramatically influence its value. Coins from the Denver Mint are highly collectible, and when combined with rarity and perfect condition, their market value can skyrocket. In the case of the 1987 D Jefferson nickel, the mint mark is one of the key factors that differentiate an ordinary nickel from a multi-million-dollar treasure. Now, let's discuss the current market value. As of today, the 1987 D Jefferson nickel is valued at a staggering $16 million. This makes it one of the most valuable modern coins in the world. Only a handful of these coins are known to exist in perfect condition, and they are fiercely sought after by private collectors, museums, and investors. When such a coin comes up for sale, it often attracts international attention, and bidding wars are common. The rarity, condition, and historical significance all combine to create this extraordinary value. It's important to note that the value of coins like this isn't static. Over time, market trends, collector interest, and auction results influence the price. However, the 1987 Jefferson nickel has consistently maintained its position at the top of modern coin values. Unlike many collectibles that fluctuate wildly, this coin has shown remarkable stability due to its unmatched rarity. Experts often refer to it as a once-in-a-lifetime find, because the likelihood of discovering one in circulation today is almost zero. If you're a collector hoping to find this nickel, there are a few things you need to look for. First, check the mint mark carefully. The D should be crisp, clear, and properly aligned. Next, examine the coin's overall condition. Look for sharp details on Jefferson's portrait, clean edges, and no signs of wear. Even the smallest scratch or imperfection can significantly reduce the value. Third, consider having the coin professionally graded by a reputable numismatic organization. A certified grade not only authenticates the coin but also provides potential buyers with confidence in its value. Interestingly, the story of this coin isn't just about money. It's about legacy, history, and the thrill of discovery. Imagine finding a coin in your pocket change that turns out to be worth $16 million. That's not just luck, that's a connection to a piece of American history, to the craftsmanship of the Denver Mint, and to the legacy of Thomas Jefferson himself. This is why collectors and investors alike are so passionate about coins like the 1987 Jefferson nickel. There are also fascinating tales from the world of auctions and private sales. Some of the coins have changed hands multiple times, each sale setting a new record. Enthusiasts recall stories of collectors traveling across the country, attending estate sales, and even combing through old jars of coins to find these rare nickels. Each discovery adds to the lore of the coin, making it not just valuable, but legendary in the numismatic community. For those thinking about investing in coins, the 1987 Jefferson nickel represents the ultimate example of numismatic investment. Unlike stocks or bonds, coins are tangible assets that carry historical and cultural significance. They are limited in supply, immune to inflation in a unique way, and can appreciate dramatically in value over time. The 1987 nickel exemplifies this principle perfectly, a small, seemingly ordinary object transformed into a multi-million-dollar treasure through rarity, condition, and collector demand. Let's also take a moment to appreciate the artistry of this coin. Jefferson's portrait is detailed and lifelike, capturing the essence of one of America's founding fathers. The Monticello on the reverse is meticulously crafted, representing Jefferson's legacy as a statesman, architect, and visionary. Coins like this remind us that numismatics isn't just about money, it's about culture, history, and the stories behind each strike. In conclusion, the 1987 mint-marked Jefferson nickel is not just a coin. It's a legend, a treasure, and a symbol of what makes coin collecting so exhilarating. From its historical context and minting anomalies to its current market value of $16 million, this nickel captures the imagination of collectors, investors, and history enthusiasts alike. Welcome back, coin collectors and treasure hunters. Today, we're diving into one of the most fascinating coins in the world of rare collectibles, the 2002 mint-marked Jefferson nickel. If you've ever stumbled upon a Jefferson nickel from 2002, you might just be sitting on a fortune, because this coin is not just rare, it's exceptionally valuable, with a current market value estimated at a staggering $11 million. Yes, you heard that right, $11 million for a single nickel. In this video, we'll explore the history, rarity, identifying features, and the secrets behind this extraordinary coin that has made collectors around the world go absolutely wild. Let's start with a little history to give you context. The Jefferson nickel has been a staple of U.S. coinage since 1938. It was introduced to replace the Buffalo nickel and features Thomas Jefferson on the obverse, along with Monticello, his Virginia estate, on the reverse. Over the years, countless Jefferson nickels have been minted, but only a select few have become truly rare and highly sought after by collectors. The 2002 mint-marked Jefferson nickel is one of those rare treasures that stands out, not only because of its age or design, but because of a very specific rarity that makes it almost legendary in coin collecting circles. So what exactly makes the 2002 mint-marked Jefferson nickel so special? The answer lies in a combination of minting errors, extremely limited production, and its unique characteristics. Unlike the more common Jefferson nickels that you see in circulation every day, this coin was part of a very small batch, often referred to as proof-like or error coins. Proof-like coins are struck with specially polished dies that give them a mirror-like finish, unlike standard circulation coins. What's remarkable is that these 2002 nickels were never meant to be rare. They were ordinary coins minted for circulation at the Philadelphia Mint, but due to a unique die error during production, a tiny number of them emerged with an almost flawless, proof-like finish. This unintentional rarity is what makes these nickels extremely valuable today. Collectors often ask, "How do I know if my 2002 Jefferson nickel is one of the valuable ones?" This is where the detective work comes in. First, examine the coin's surface closely. Authentic high-value 2002 nickels typically have a mirror-like shine, even though they were intended as circulation coins. The fields, the flat areas of the coin, appear extremely smooth and reflective. Second, check for any anomalies or slight deviations in the design. Tiny details, such as sharper edges or unusual die marks, can indicate a coin is part of this rare batch. Even the slightest difference can add thousands, or even millions, to its value. Remember, in the world of rare coins, the smallest details make the biggest difference. Now, let's talk about why collectors are willing to pay millions for this nickel. First, scarcity drives value. There are only a handful of known 2002 mint-marked Jefferson nickels with the mirror-like proof finish. Some were lost in circulation, some in private collections, and some are preserved in coin grading houses. The limited number means that serious collectors know they are competing against each other to acquire one of these coins. Second, historical significance and uniqueness amplify desirability. This nickel represents a rare moment in U.S. minting history where a simple circulation coin accidentally became a numismatic masterpiece. Owning one is like holding a piece of American history in your hand, a tangible artifact of the mint's craftsmanship. Speaking of grading houses, if you happen to have a 2002 Jefferson nickel that you suspect is rare, the next step is professional authentication. Coin grading companies like PCGS and NGC specialize in evaluating coins, assigning them a grade, and verifying authenticity. The grading process can seem intimidating, but it is essential for unlocking the full value of your coin. A coin graded as MS70 or PR70, meaning it is in near-perfect condition, can fetch astronomical sums at auctions. Keep in mind, even slight imperfections can drastically reduce a coin's market value. In fact, the difference between an MS69 and MS70 grade can be the difference between tens of thousands and millions of dollars. So if you are serious about selling or insuring your nickel, professional grading is a must. Now, you might be wondering, how did such a valuable coin end up in circulation in the first place? That's the fascinating part. Many of these nickels entered circulation unknowingly, and some were kept by everyday people who didn't realize the treasure they had. Stories abound of collectors discovering these coins in rolls of change from banks or hidden in old coin jars. Imagine digging through your old coins and stumbling upon a coin that could make you a millionaire overnight. It sounds like a dream, but it's a real possibility with the 2002 mint-marked Jefferson nickel. This unpredictability adds to the excitement and mystique surrounding these coins. Let's also explore the current market and auction trends for this coin. In recent years, rare 2002 Jefferson nickels have appeared in auctions, often fetching prices in the millions. The high demand comes from serious collectors, investors, and numismatists who view these coins not only as collectibles but as secure investments. With a value of $11 million, this nickel is not just a coin, it's an asset that could appreciate even further over time. Experts suggest that coins with historical significance, limited availability, and impeccable condition often outpace traditional investment methods, making them highly desirable for both collectors and investors alike. It's important to note, however, that the market for rare coins is highly specialized. Selling a 2002p Jefferson nickel isn't as simple as listing it online. Serious transactions typically occur through established auction houses, private sales, or reputable coin dealers. Due diligence is crucial to avoid scams and ensure that you receive the true market value for your coin. For those who are considering investing in rare coins, it's essential to work with professionals who understand the nuances of grading, authenticity, and market trends. Now, let's take a moment to talk about preservation. If you own a 2002p mint-marked Jefferson nickel, preserving its condition is paramount. Coins are delicate, and improper handling can cause scratches, tarnishing, or other damage that drastically reduces value. Always handle coins by the edges, avoid touching the surfaces, and store them in a protective holder. For extremely rare coins like this nickel, consider using archival quality materials, climate-controlled storage, and even insurance coverage. Remember, one careless drop or scratch can cost you millions. As we delve deeper into the allure of rare coins, it's fascinating to consider the stories behind each coin. Every scratch, mint mark, and anomaly tells a tale of production, history, and luck. The 2002p Jefferson nickel isn't just valuable because of its rarity. It's valuable because it captures a moment in time, a serendipitous convergence of human craftsmanship and chance. Collectors are drawn not just to the monetary value, but to the story, the history, and the thrill of discovery. Imagine being the person who identifies one of these coins for the first time, realizing that in your pocket lies a treasure that could change your life forever. For those looking to identify similar high-value nickels, it's worth studying mint errors and variations in Jefferson nickels. Many of the most valuable coins are not those intended to be rare, but those that contain accidental variations, double strikes, off-center strikes, missing mint marks, or unusually polished dies. Learning to spot these anomalies takes time and experience, but it's part of the excitement of coin collecting. Experts often recommend joining numismatic societies, attending coin shows, and reading detailed guides on coin identification to increase your chances of spotting a rare gem. Before we wrap up, let's imagine what owning a coin like this could mean. An $11 million coin isn't just a collector's item, it's a symbol of history, a conversation piece, and a financial asset that could secure a family's future. For some, it's an investment. For others, it's a passion project, a way to connect with the past and preserve it for generations. The 2002p mint-marked Jefferson nickel is a perfect example of how something seemingly ordinary can transform into something extraordinary, just by chance and careful preservation. To conclude, the 2002p Jefferson nickel represents the pinnacle of coin collecting: scarcity, historical significance, beauty, and unbelievable value. If you're lucky enough to own one, you hold in your hand a piece of American numismatic history worth millions. If you're a collector, it serves as a reminder of the thrill of discovery and the incredible potential hidden in everyday coins.